Now it is time to answer some of your medical questions, and joining us now is News Channel 5's medical specialist, Dr. David Soria. He is the Chief of Emergency Medicine at Wellington Regional Medical Center. Thanks, as always, for joining us.
My pleasure.
So we've got some good questions today. We'll jump right in with our first. Is it possible for a child to have anxiety problems?
It actually is. It's actually very possible. Matter of fact, upwards of 15% of children or adolescents less than 18 years old have some form of an anxiety disorder. That could be a compulsive disorder. It can be generalized panic, phobias. I'm afraid of the dark, afraid of heights, things like that. But 15%. So how do you know? Well, typically they don't come out and say, I'm afraid of the dark. You have to look for other signs because they're a little too young to be able to tell you those things. So sleeplessness, new habits like nail biting, moodiness, short temper, or even telling you about new physical complaints like headaches or stomach aches. If you see those in your child, then talk to your pediatrician, because the key is to make sure that they're not medical issues.
Okay.
Once those are ruled out, then they can have other recommendations that they can give you to help with your child's anxiety.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, our second question now deals with a popular activity in Florida. This viewer would like to know, I'd like to scuba dive, but I have asthma. Will that cause problems if I go diving?
It can, and traditionally we as physicians always restricted asthmatics from diving. Well, over the past several years we've loosened those restrictions, and there are criteria that we use to allow mild asthmatics to dive. But the number one reason why we're concerned is because with asthmatics they have narrowing of their lung tubes. The air that escapes from the lungs takes a little bit longer because they're constricted, whether by spasm or inflammation. Well, as you may or may not know, when you're ascending during a dive, that air needs to escape. And it escapes in a rapid fashion, depending upon how quickly you rise. In asthmatics, that air can trap. That trapped air can be released into the bloodstream, and that can cause gas emboli, which can cause significant decompression illness or even death. So be smart about it. If you have asthma, tell your doctor, be smart, know the risks, and take the necessary precautions and have fun.
All right. Be careful with that. All right. Our final question today is a diet question. This viewer would like to know, is there any truth to the saying that eating late at night makes you gain weight? Oh, we hear this a lot.
We do hear it a lot, and these myth or facts are always fun. And in fact, it is a myth. Believe it or not, if you eat the same amount of calories throughout the day, whether you eat at 6 p.m. or at midnight, you're not going to gain weight.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The problem comes in what surrounds you eating late at night. Several things occur. This phenomenon is actually well known. What happens is if you postpone dinner, say till later at night, you're going to tend to eat a larger portion. So your caloric intake is going to be higher.
You're hungrier then.
You bet. Second thing is people that eat late at night, many times it's an additional snack, so it's extra calories for the day. And also what's very important is that at night you want to eat real quick. What's open? Fast food. So the quality of food that you eat late at night tends to deteriorate, and eat higher carb, higher fatty foods.
So calories in, calories out.
You bet. That's what is important to remember. You got it.
All right, we can't wait to get to this video right now. We recently saw that you went skydiving. So we have to know, what is this all about? How did you like it? And why did you decide to do this?
You know, I decided to do it because I was really just amazed that people would actually put themselves at risk like this. And I just was asking around, why do you do this? And I was just, I wanted to find out what causes people to thrill seek. And now I know. It is a rush.
So you made it. Are you hooked? Are you hooked?
You know what? I am, but I think I'll find other ways to get that rush, really.
One and done.
That's right.
Okay. All right, great video there. Thanks for sharing that.
You bet.
And for all of your medical questions, you can just email Dr. Soria. You can do that by just going to our web channel, WPTV.com. When you get there, click on the News tab and then the Health section, and scroll down there, and right on the right-hand side, you'll see a form to write him your question. Thanks so much for coming in, and we'll be seeing you next week. We'll be seeing you right after this break. Stay with us.